Agriculture is supposed to be the backbone of New Zealand. We're told that farming feeds the country and keeps the economy going. But if you actually look at what's happening, our whole agricultural system is struggling, and the people who work on it are struggling too. Farmers face massive debt, unpredictable prices, and constant pressure from banks and other institutions. Rural towns are being hollowed out, waterways are polluted, and our methane emissions are off the charts. Big agribusiness companies make most of the profit, while small and medium farmers can barely get by. And at the same time, food grown here is often too expensive for the people who actually live here. So, the system doesn't really work for farmers, it doesn't work for the environment, it doesn't work for rural communities, and it certainly doesn't work for ordinary people trying to put food on the table. So the question needs to be asked, who does the system work for, and who should it work for? Now, a lot of these issues come from decades of treating agriculture as a pure market activity. Banks push farmers to intensify. Corporate entities control processing and distribution. Decisions are based on profit, not long-term economic or ecological sustainability or community well-being. The result is a system that exhausts the land, overworks farmers, and leaves rural areas impoverished with fewer services and a lack of opportunity. A better approach starts with a simple idea. Agriculture should serve the people and the land, not just profit. We should significantly expand PAMU, our already existing state farming company, to buy out more farmers, eliminating their debt. Those same farmers could then choose to stay on as farm managers, paid a decent and stable wage, if they wish. We would then be free to slowly shift our agricultural production to serve New Zealand first, rather than export markets. Of course, this involves investing in horticulture and diversifying our livestock. We should aim to produce the majority of our food right here to make us less vulnerable to the whim of the international economy. We should also be supporting smaller farmer or community-owned cooperatives instead of giant corporations. We need to provide significant investment into rural services, healthcare, transport, education, so that rural communities don't slowly disappear. It means shifting to farming that protects soil, water, and climate, rather than squeezing the land until it breaks. We could guarantee fair prices for farmers, support regenerative practices, and create public food hubs so the food we grow here is affordable for everyone. Instead of small farmers competing against each other with big corporates taking the margin, we need to build a system where farmers and workers actually share the benefits. New Zealand's agricultural problems aren't caused by the average farmer. They're caused by a system that puts profit first. If we want a future where rural economies and our land stays healthy, we need to rebuild agriculture around cooperation, fairness, and care for the environment.